Okay, let me know, guys, if you can hear me well, loud and clear. Hello, Gopal. Hello, Vipul. Hello, Sarat. Hello, Paul. So, I have an issue with this Streamlabs. I've just updated it and I cannot display your comments here, but you'll probably be able to see your own comments in the chat on YouTube. So, yeah, this is gonna be. I did another live stream today doing some Metasploit stuff. You can check it out on the channel. But I had to go, so I decided to actually get back to you guys and do another follow-up live since I'm in the mindset of doing live streams today. I mean, why not? So I've got like 20 or 30 minutes here, and I'm actually gonna answer your questions. Hello Paul, hello Manoj, hello Satyajit, hello Parul, hello Brandon, hello Vijay. Okay, so Sarat, can you suggest one bug which is good to start learning? So Sarat, I've just answered that question in the previous live stream from today, so make sure to go and check it out. Hello Imran Shaikh. Alright, so Vipul, I'm actually gonna take the questions in the order that you have been asking them. So we're gonna start with Vipul, who says or who asks, can you suggest one book to get started in bug bounty? Okay, so one book to get started in bug bounty would be not the Web Application Hacker's Handbook, but Peter Jaworski's Real World Bug Hunting. And I'm actually suggesting Peter Jaworski's book because it's more practical and it shows real implications of actually finding certain specific bugs. So he actually talks about. Let me actually see if I can have it look into its table of contents. So it was Peter Jaworski's Real World Bug Bounty Hunting. Alright, so this is actually really good to start with because it starts with bug bounty basics and it actually discusses about web vulnerabilities. In most cases, it goes into web vulnerabilities, and he then discusses about. So most of this is about web vulnerabilities, and then the second chapter discusses open redirects. He also gets into HTTP parameter pollutions, cross-site request forgery, HTML injection, cross-site scripting, SQL injection, SSRF, XXE, XML external entity, remote code execution, subdomain takeover, and IDORs, as well as a few other chapters. So what I particularly like about this book is the fact that Peter Jaworski discusses in each chapter for each specific vulnerability, he goes into linking a report from HackerOne or Bugcrowd. I'm not actually sure if he links from Bugcrowd, but he actually links reports from HackerOne which are very specific to that same vulnerability. So if you're someone who actually learns by reading books, this would be a good start. And then, so this is not actually a very lengthy book. Let me check it out. It actually has 430 pages, but compared to the Web Application Hacker's Handbook from 2011, the second edition, which is 900 pages or so, this would be a better start. Then you could follow up with the Web Application Hacker's Handbook. It's not 100% relevant to what happens today, but it's still relevant to a large extent. So even though it was written in 2011, so Peter Jaworski, Real World Bug Bounty Hunting. It's a 2019 book, so you should look that up if you wanna learn from a book. Okay. Let's see. Gopal Saxena, should I buy a new laptop or upgrade my PC, or is i5 good for penetration testing, or should I go with AMD? Um, well, you have multiple questions in one question, and I actually answered this question in two separate videos. Should you buy a new laptop? No, you shouldn't buy a new laptop. Even though I have a video on my laptop for penetration testing, you can check it out on the channel. I wouldn't suggest to buy a new laptop. If your i5 might be good enough, especially if you're doing it, let's say if you're doing a lot of manual testing, you don't need a laptop to spin up VirtualBox or Kali in a virtual machine. If you need to spin Kali in a virtual machine and you don't have enough RAM, that might be a little bit of an issue, but I guess your i5 should be enough. I could assume that it has 4 to 8 gigs of RAM, and if you have 4 to 8 gigs of RAM, that's enough for penetration testing in most cases. As a reference, my current laptop is 60 gigs of RAM, and I have an i7. Yeah, that's just about it. But in another video I discuss about why you don't need a laptop. Instead of buying a new laptop, you should get a VPS, virtual private server, so you could spin a VPS with the same specifications as my current laptop, so 16 gigs of RAM and a 250 terabyte SSD and i7 for 15 cents an hour. So 15 cents an hour, which is more than, I mean, it's well worth it. You don't have to buy a laptop. You could even get a better configuration for maybe 20 cents to 25 cents an hour. Maybe you will get a i7 or i9 with 32 gigs of RAM, and that's more than enough for penetration testing and bug bounty hunting. So I discussed this in a video, should I buy a new laptop? I think this is the title or something. And I'm suggesting that you can get a VPS for the prices that I mentioned, 15 to 30 cents an hour, which is dirt cheap, and it doesn't justify an investment into a new laptop. And some providers are Paperspace and DigitalOcean. There are multiple providers, but Paperspace and DigitalOcean are two that I've tested with, and I've also discussed with them. There is also some coupon codes in the description of this video, I believe, but you can check it out. If you don't want to use my discount or referral codes, just go to paperspace.com or digitalocean.com and learn more about that. Alrighty, hopefully that answers your question, Gopal Saxena. Wow, we have a lot of questions here, and we're 10 minutes in. Okay, Imran, I'm not sure. You say your voice is low, please use mic, sir. The others have said that the microphone is loud and clear, so everyone, please let me know you can hear me loud and clear. So Paul, okay, so Nathan, loud and clear. All right. Paul, the book is called Real World Bug Bounty Hunting, Peter Jaworski. Just type in Google Peter Real World Bug Hunting book and you'll get there. Okay, next question. Any exhaustive web bug checklist? I don't know what you want to ask with that, Satyajit. Parul Kaushik, best website where we can practice challenges. Okay, so I've discussed this in the previous live stream of today, but I'm actually gonna mention them one more time here. So number one, I don't do before I start, I just want to say that I don't do challenges a lot. I mostly do challenges when I'm doing live streams. I don't do challenges a lot because I'm focused on the real stuff, the real hacking stuff through bug bounty hunting. But if you want to practice, you can go to Attack Defense Labs. Their subscription is $40. Might be a lot for a lot of you guys. They have a few free labs, but compared to the 1,800 labs they have on the platform, they only have maybe 10 to 20 free labs, so you won't get much free content on Attack Defense Labs. But if you decide to pay, I'd rather pay $40 on Attack Defense Labs than Hack the Box, which is, in my view, quite unrealistic, similar to other platforms. Even though I've done Hack the Box and try Hack Me and the rest of them in the past. I'm not doing that now. Right now I'm only doing Hack the Box. There's also another one called Exploitation.security. These guys have just started out, and I've talked to their CTO, and they have a lot of stuff coming up. Right now they only have practice for OWASP Top 10, but they will also have practice labs for mobile, Android and iOS, and I think they will work on other types of content as well, so make sure to look that up. It's application.security. Okay, another one would be Pentester Labs, of course. I cannot give you my insight on Pentester Labs because I haven't actually tested them. But a lot of people swear by Pentester Labs, so maybe if I have a little bit of time, sometimes in the future, I'm probably gonna look at what they have, their pro subscription or something. If you wanna practice OWASP Top 10 free stuff, you should go to Web Academy from Portswigger. So Web Academy is completely free. You can practice and learn at the same time about OWASP Top 10, and they have like hundreds of labs, so it's well worth checking it out. You don't have to pay anything. Web Academy is completely free, unlike the others that I've discussed previously. So yeah, once again, Attack Defense, Pentester Labs, Application.security, and Web Academy from Portswigger. These are the four that come at the top of my mind. There's also Secure Code Warrior if you're into secure code review, but Secure Code Warrior is like available only through subscription, and it may be available for teams, and it's like a bit more complicated. Okay, Brandon, can you see my question? Where's your question, Brandon? Let's see other questions. Anantulal, any Android and API testing resources you would like to suggest? Well, when it comes to mobile penetration testing, the only source that I suggest and I recommend at this moment is the Mobile Security Testing Guide from OWASP. So MSTG 2019, look that up. It's complete. When it comes to API security, there is also OWASP's recently released API security guide. I think it's a testing guide, I'm not really sure, but you can look that up. Just search for OWASP API security guide and you'll probably get into that. Alright, next question. I like that you fellas are really active here. So, what's the best website scanner of 2020? I'm not sure. I don't do website scanners. I mean, what do you define as, sorry about that, siren. but I think it adds like good background noise. What's the best website scanner of 2020? I don't do website scanners, and you have to be more specific in this case. You can actually scan for parameters or uh, fuzz for parameters with burp or OWASP zap. If this is what you're talking about, it depends. You could use a complete, I mean, burp pro. So if you have money, if you have like $40 to $50 to spend on your career, on your practice, on your cybersecurity aspect of your life per month, I would invest them in a Burp Pro license, because the Burp Pro comes with the scanner. If you don't have the money, so it would be a complete scan, but still, these scanners uh, are far less reliable than manual testing a website. So actually going into the source code of the website, looking for potential endpoints, actually doing input validation manually. These are the manual methods are far more accurate and reliable when it comes to testing. And I discuss about this in a lesson in my recently released course, Recon in Cybersecurity. So if you don't have the money to pay for a Burp Pro license, which is 400 or something a year, you would be using OWASP Zaps's proxy, which also comes with a scanner feature if you want to go into scanning. Otherwise, I do not suggest at this moment any other website scanners, so to speak, vulnerability scanners, automated vulnerability scanners such as Acunetics or whatever. What was the other one? NetSparker and others that come with the price tag of $5,000, and they actually don't reflect. I think they do not reflect their accuracy, if I can put it that way. Okay, hopefully this helps. Abby Matthew, this is like a really philosophical question. Can you speak about the future of bug bounty? I cannot, because we humans are very poor at predicting the future. We can make guesses, of course, but we're very, very, very extremely poor at predicting future outcomes. But what I could infer that's gonna come in the next couple of years, there's gonna be a lot of automation at hand. AI is gonna have a lot of impact. Different AI algorithms right now have a lot of implications in cybersecurity. And when it comes to automation, there's going to be a lot of automation and also AI component of cybersecurity. And that's actually going to replace a lot of stuff that we are doing. But I think that when it comes to the future of bug bounties, I think there's still going to be a lot of room for manual bug bounty hunters, or bug bounty hunters with skills, because in the near future it is least likely that an AI algorithm is smart enough to actually replace what a human mind can do. I mean, AI is fabulous at actually doing big data analysis. It's AI is doing wonders in the medical field. AI is doing wonders in a lot of the fields, but it's still far from non-technical people are actually discussing about. There's a lot of fear mongering when it comes to AI, general AI taking over the world. But if you actually know the technical stuff, if you actually know what an algorithm looks like, what a neural network looks like, those statements are kind of blunt, superficial, inaccurate. And even Elon Musk has made some sort of similar statements. AI is going to be developed, or is going to develop a lot in the following years, but we're still quite some time away from general knowledge from general expert AI. Okay. Yeah, so I think to actually get back to your question, I think that AI, I think that the future still holds solid for bug bounty hunters compared to other jobs that are going to be replaced by machines in the near future. I think that if you develop skills in bug bounty hunting, cybersecurity, penetration testing, and all things information security, you're still quite solid. Um, Compared to other jobs. Even in computer science, I think developer jobs, web developer jobs, are going to be replaced far faster than cybersecurity jobs or than machine learning jobs. So if you want to kind of sort of solidify your future in terms of the likelihood of being replaced, you'd probably want to focus on one of these two fields or on both of them. But it's going to be hard to be an expert in both of them, in everything that has to do with both of them, because the field of machine learning and artificial intelligence is really big, while also the field of cybersecurity is extremely big. Even the field of penetration testing and also the field of bug bounty hunting are in of themselves really big. You cannot be a complete bug bounty hunter who is an expert in all types of vulnerabilities. Right now, today, we have experts in XSS. We have experts in iDoors. We have experts in mobile hunting. But trying to be an expert in all of them, it's unrealistic, to put it simplistically. Okay, Doctor Strange, which version of Kali Linux do you consider as best? Well, in the previous live stream of today, I've discussed about the fact that I've just renounced Parrot OS a few weeks ago because I wasn't able to repair. I've actually destroyed my Parrot OS, my virtual machine, my virtual box Parrot OS, and I wasn't able to recover it, but I was able, through a lot of trial and error, I was able to recover my most important data from Parrot OS. And that's when I decided that I want to go back to Kali Linux. I've stopped using Kali Linux about a year ago. I decided I want to try Parrot OS, but now when I got back to Kali Linux, I want to say that I'm really impressed, and I like what I see. So I'm actually using the most recent version as of June 19, 2016, the most recent version of Kali Linux, and I really like it. You can see it in my previous live stream of today. You're right. Let's see. There are way too many questions here, guys. And I'm actually gonna hang around for 15 more minutes, so let's see how many I can answer. Looking for a checklist of latest test cases on web security test cases apart from OWASP test cases. I don't know what that means. Okay, next one. Bala, thanks for the kind words. How much money can an average skilled hacker expect to make by doing bug bounties 40 hours a week? So you say, could it replace a corporate job? Most definitely it could. How much money can an average skilled hacker expect to make by doing bug bounties 40 hours a week? 40 hours a week is a lot of time. And if you're an average skilled hacker, you can expect to find a couple of bugs in that time frame. And if you're smart enough and know where to look for and know what programs to participate in, you can definitely surpass the amount of money you would be earning in a corporate job. So as I've said previously, and as I'm talking in my Recon for Cybersecurity course, bug bounty hunters nowadays, if you know how to look for, let's say, if you know how to look for external programs, there are maybe tens of thousands of external programs, and by this I mean programs outside of platforms, which have responsible disclosure policies, and those programs see very few eyes. So very few bug bounty hunters actually engage in that. Why? Because a lot of you guys are care a lot about fame and a lot about the points and the rankings you have on your HackerOne or Bugcrowd profile, and that's why a lot of you guys stick to those platforms. But there are, if you don't care about that, if you don't care about the rankings and all that stuff, there are a lot of programs out there that pay money, external bounty programs that pay money if you send them valid reports. And those programs you are very much likely to find vulnerabilities and valid reports, non-duplicate reports, which a lot of you guys are looking for, non-duplicate reports on those external programs than you would find on a public program on a public platform. Even the private programs on these platforms, even those are quite saturated. You get a lot of, so I'm actually participating in private programs on these platforms, and I also see duplicates in there. I'm not saying, I don't have anything against platforms. It's just a plus or minus. It depends on what you want. If you care about your reputation, if you care about increasing reputation and being high on a leaderboard, you'd probably be looking for a platform program. If you don't care about that, if you care about hacking, if you care about just hacking and money, if you care only about money, you can participate in external programs that you could find yourself. And yeah, I guess this is the main idea. Depending on what you want, you would be using a platform or external program, or you could use both. I use both of them to a certain degree. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. Laser shark. Okay, Striker, do you see any issue concern arising from using a DigitalOcean droplet to pen test my web service or on another droplet? I'm a little nervous about it being perceived as an attack on their network. Actually, no. I think I've talked with the folks at DigitalOcean, or was it Paperspace, or Amazon. Amazon has a EC instance. I think it's an EC2 instance of Kali Linux, so you can just install. I think you can get a free account. You can still get a free account on Amazon for 12 months and actually spin a Kali Linux EC2 for free. And you can do pen testing if you sign some sort of a form on Amazon which deals with penetration testing. But I think I've talked with the folks at DigitalOcean and Paperspace asking this question, and I remember they said that it's okay to actually do that, to actually do penetration testing. But if you would be doing penetration testing or bug bounty hunting from an EC2 instance from DigitalOcean or from Paperspace, let's say you're doing it from DigitalOcean or Paperspace, you should have no issue, because if you're doing a bug bounty on a program, you're actually respecting the scope. So you should be respecting the scope of the program and be testing only what's inside the scope of that program. I mean, there shouldn't be any issue. But you could also, if you shouldn't take my word for granted, if you're still concerned about this, you could just message the folks at DigitalOcean and Paperspace and clearly explain what you want to do, because they might not understand. You should clearly explain what you want to do. Hi, my name is, I'm actually doing penetration. Don't say penetration test, because maybe some of them wouldn't know what's penetration test. Just say a security test, something like that. on this and this asset. Is that an issue? I just sent you a message beforehand to actually let you know that it's me who's testing. So yeah, go with that. Hopefully that answers your question, Striker. Let's see. Mohammed Anush, is TryHack me a good place to start? You know my my thoughts about platforms like that. I wouldn't go with it personally. Is it a good place to start? Depends on what you want. I would personally wouldn't start with that. All right, next question. So Mohammed Anush recently started following you. Thanks. Abhishek Sharma. Hey, love from India, and what you say for learning web hacking, because there is not much in OSCP. What could be the prerequisite except HTML, CSS, JS? I'm not sure I understand your question. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think I can make some coherent question from your question. If you can explain it a little bit in more detail, I would love to answer your question. OS Hex Snipe, welcome back. I've seen you in the previous live stream. Okay. Um, Gopimani Deep Ready. My age 27, can I start to learn cybersecurity, and what about future bug bounty? Come on, guys, you have to ask questions grammatically correct. I'm not here to teach you this kind of stuff. I mean, if you want to participate in bug bounty hunting, and if you would be sending reports to security teams, you have to explain yourself coherently and correctly from a grammatical perspective. Nobody requires you to be the next native language English speaker, but you should be able to clearly convey your ideas. In this case, I'm trying to make sense of this question. My age 27, can I start to learn cybersecurity, and what about future bug bounty? I've discussed about the future of my thoughts about the future of bug bounty hunting in a previous question, so I think you've heard that. You say you're 27, and whether or not you can start learning cybersecurity. Of course you can, even if you're 50, 60, whatever. You can always learn. It's the only prerequisite that you need is your inner drive. Do you want to do it? If you want to do it, you'll be doing it like hours every day, X hours every day, and you will be starting to see results. Depending on how fast you're able to learn and practice, you will be seeing results in weeks to months. So weeks to months, not 2 months, but weeks to months. Okay. Hi, I'm a developer and I've got my CEH. Can I play the beginner level in CTFs? But I'm struggling to get out of the beginner zone. Any advice? I hate the beginner purgatory as well. So most of the courses that you'll find out there and learning materials are for beginners, and that sucks. There's a very large need for intermediate level tutorials and for advanced tutorials in not only in cybersecurity, pen testing, bug bounty hunting, but in most other fields. I hate the fact that most of the courses that I see on Udemy, Cybery, whatever platform you're looking at, are beginner level oriented, and maybe 40 to 50% of the course content is about setting up Kali Linux, or I don't know, installing tools, which is why, and I'm actually gonna shamelessly plug my course here. In my Recon for Cybersecurity course, I don't show you how to set up Kali Linux or how to install DirSearch or FUF or other tools that I'm using. I'm already assuming that you have them installed, so all of the lessons are super efficient in the knowledge that I'm conveying. Uh, what you can do to answer your question, to get out of the beginner zone, is probably to try to do stuff on your own. It's hard to find a course that's geared toward intermediate, for example. When it comes to CTFs, I don't have knowledge on CTFs because I don't do CTFs. I actually hate CTFs, and I've talked about it in a previous video. Uh, what I would suggest is to do real hacking via bug bounties. Because if you know the basic stuff, if you know the beginner level stuff, just go ahead and do bug bounties and you'll be learning on your own. You'd probably not be learning from a course or from some video. Maybe you can find videos on YouTube that are more intermediate, but it's least likely to find a course that will teach you good intermediate and advanced stuff. I think this is something at this moment that you're probably gonna learn yourself through experience. At least this is my experience and this is my take on it at this moment in time. I might be wrong, but I mean, it's my opinion. Okay. Let's see. Actually gonna have to leave pretty soon. We're already past due. Mohammed Anush, I'm 22 now, a network cybersec engineer. Want to pivot myself into cybersecurity. Is it okay to start now? Yes, it is. You're freaking young. Do it. I mean, you're 22 years old. What best time? Do it now. It's never been a better time than now. You've got my seal of approval. Do it now. I think OX Snipe or Hex Snipe has also nudging you into doing it now. Mohammed, where should I start? Pentest or bug bounty? Bug bounty can be pretty freaking frustrating, so yeah, I agree with Snipe. Pentesting would be better. Because if you don't have a thick skin for actually failure, for actually sending reports and being duplicates and being freaking not applicable, if you don't have a thick skin for that, you're probably gonna end up quitting, and that's not what you want. I actually, in my bug bounty experience, I've been sending dozens, tens, dozens duplicate reports to programs, all of them, most of them duplicates, all of them, not most of them, duplicates for months, up until I had a valid finding that was not paying rewards. And it took more than 10 months of doing bug bounties almost every day, until I found one bug that paid. I did find a lot of bugs, out of which some of them were valid and not paying cash rewards, while most of them were duplicates or not applicable. But it took more than freaking 10 months to actually get a valid paid bug. And I've actually posted about it on Twitter. I've also tweeted about all my failures, saying that I haven't found any valid bug this month, and I've submitted like 20 reports or something like that. Okay, what else? Anything else? Wow, too many questions. Too many questions, guys. Too many questions. Let's see. So Mohammed, you've got some very solid advice from OX Sniper, so OX Hex Snipe. Make sure to follow it. And thanks for being active, Hex Snipe. Hello, Chavki, Xavki. Is it Chavki? Raman Kumar Rudra Raju. How to do recon for API hacking, bug bounties, sir. If you want to do it for free, you can start by looking into OWASP's API testing security guide. Google that up. If you want to pay for a course, I think you can still use the exciting recon coupon code to do my recon course for $9.99, which is this coupon is still valid for a couple of more hours, hopefully, at this point in time. All right. Can you describe your experience with Cyber2? Hi, Tan. It's a bag of mixed feelings. So, as a learner on Cyber2, I would say okay-ish. I would say a lot of the courses in there. So, the courses that are beginner level would be too theoretical. And I don't like that. I like hands-on stuff. I like practice. And a lot of the courses just discuss theories. They don't show you how to do stuff, which is what I want to learn. When it comes as an instructor for Cyber2 myself, with my course Developing Ethical Hacking Tools with Python, which was supposed to be a free course, and it was a free course for a couple of months, and then they actually made it a paid course, and I got I haven't been paid for that. So I've actually created a course for them basically for free, or for a very, very, very modest amount of money at the beginning, one time small payment for I could buy myself a couple of coffees, and then they've said your course is going to be free. And then after a couple of months, management changed and stuff like that. My course got very popular on Cyber2. It has thousands of bookmarks and reviews, and they actually put the course under the freaking paywall of their monthly subscription of $100 or something like that. So that's not the best experience, and I wouldn't be doing courses as an instructor with Cyber2 in such circumstances. I mean, who would? This is unethical, and I bragged about it on LinkedIn, and they did not do anything about it. So yeah, they don't care. They are in it for the money. It's, I don't know, hopefully the people who get the subscription and also look into my course hopefully learn a lot from the course. Otherwise, I don't have any rights. So I waived my rights, my copyrights for the course when I signed their contract, so to speak. But it's okay. I mean, you learn from these experiences. So yeah, as an instructor, I don't have a good experience with them. As someone who has an insider view of the Cyber2 Pro subscription, because one good thing about Cyber2 is that they give their instructors the Pro subscription for free, is that the instructors get a subscription for free, and you get access to all their courses and all their labs, and they have a hell lot of labs. They have more than 1,000 labs, and a lot of them are freaking realistic. Whether or not you would want to pay $100 for that, it's your decision. But if I don't know, maybe if I would be earning $10,000 a month, I wouldn't mind paying $100 for a subscription. But the first money that I would invest in would be in a Burp Suite Pro, and then maybe in Attack Defense Labs or Pentester Labs. Okay. Good courses on bug bounty hunting. My recon course, of course. What else? How to earn in CTFs. I don't do CTFs, Paul. Make a setup tour video. You mean like a setup for this Streamlabs and stuff like that? Maybe I could do if some of you are interested. We need more people to have YouTube channels. We need more cybersecurity people with YouTube channels. So do not hesitate. If you have the slightest inclination to post something on YouTube, do it. Do it because you will have a lot of subscribers, and I will actually, if you post good content, I will actually be bragging about it. Okay. So Abdul, I've answered this question. How long did it take you to get your first valid bounty? So first valid non-paid bounty was immediate. I don't know, maybe in the first few weeks, but first valid bounty that paid was about after 10 months or so. Right. Hadi Mene, long time no see. Glad to see you. Nona Suo Miona 173. My Nona 173. Do you think Violent Python is good to read? Well, it is. I mean, it opens your mind to a lot of the possibilities that Python can offer you when it comes to cybersecurity. And if you're someone who learns from books, that would be a good one. Why is Python 2 used more in hacking than Python 3? It's actually not. Maybe some people like to use it more, but it depends on the materials. Maybe if you've only read Violent Python and Black Hat Python, maybe that's the feeling that you're getting. But actually, there's a lot of good material. There's a lot of good scripts and programs in Python 3. Okay, I think this is it. Divtesh Bindra, the best route to become a penetration tester or a bug bounty hunter in terms of certifications? Well, I discussed certifications in more than one video on the channel, so go into the videos section on the channel and look up the certifications videos. But if you want to become a pen tester, specifically a pen tester, a lot of people look for the OSCP, and the OSCP is good given that they've added fresh content this February, but also the eLearn security certifications would be really good from what I've heard. And when I'll get back into certifications, I only have the OSCP. When I'll get back into certifications, I might be going for something from eLearn security. Okay. Yeah, I think those are just a few words. Can I build firewall as well? Mohammed Anush, you're saying you're a beginner. I have a playlist on my channel that's beginner cybersecurity. Go and watch all the videos in that playlist for free. You're gonna learn a lot from that. And with that said, guys, it's almost 50 minutes, and I have to go. I'll be doing another live hands-on stuff soon. We have to do the attack defense, Android pen testing stuff, Android bug bounty hunting stuff, and there's also some other very cool CVEs, which is real-world scenarios that we have to look into, and we'll do that as well as answering your questions in upcoming live streams. So until next time, stay safe.